God says, "My child, come close to me. Let your heart be calm. Let your spirit rest for a moment, because what I am about to reveal to you is something your soul has been waiting to hear for a very long time. You have carried the weight of unanswered questions, silent nights, and unspoken love for so long that even your breath trembles when someone mentions their name. You have wondered, do they think of me? Do they remember me? Do they feel what I feel? Or am I the only one standing in this storm? But listen, my child. I have watched everything. I have seen every tear that slipped down your face quietly. I have heard every prayer you whispered when you thought no one was listening. I have felt every ache that lived inside your chest. And today, I am telling you the truth. Your soulmate is ready to publicly confess their love for you. They are standing at the edge of a moment that is bigger than fear, bigger than doubt, and bigger than anything that once kept them silent. You don't know how many nights they stayed awake thinking about you. Their mind tried to rest, but their heart kept calling your name, over and over again. They tried to distract themselves with work, people, conversations, and routines, but nothing ever worked. Because no matter where they went, my child, your presence followed them like a soft whisper in their ear, reminding them of everything their soul tried to hide. There were moments when they wanted to reach out to you but pulled their hand back out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of timing, fear of not being enough. They thought, what if I go back and they turn away? What if I speak and they stay silent? What if I show my heart and it breaks again? These thoughts kept them locked in a prison of hesitation, and for a long time they believed silence was safer than honesty. But something inside them has changed, and this change is powerful, divine, irreversible. My child, I touched their heart. I made them feel the truth they had been avoiding. I allowed their soul to remember you. There is a moment, a divine moment, when someone can no longer run from what is written for them. And your soulmate has reached that moment. The weight of their silence has become heavier than the fear of speaking. The longing they feel for you has become stronger than any excuses they once used to avoid you. And the truth that lives inside them has grown too loud to hide any longer. Your soulmate is ready, truly ready, to open their heart. Not in secret. Not in whispers. Not in small, hidden messages that disappear in the dark. They are ready to confess their love publicly, openly, boldly. They want the world to know what their heart has known for so long. They want people to hear your name from their lips. They want to remove all shadows, all third parties, all secrets, all doubts. They want to stand in front of others and say, "This is the one I love. This is the one my soul belongs to." For so long, they hid their feelings from others. They told themselves it was not the right time. They convinced themselves they needed to fix their life first. They let people influence their decisions, they let fear control them, and they let their past cloud their future. But none of that matters now. Their soul has awakened. Their heartbeat has aligned with the truth of destiny. You were never in their life by accident. You were never just a temporary chapter. You were a turning point, a spiritual mirror, a divine connection that their soul could never erase. There were days they tried to convince themselves that they could forget you. But my child, forgetting you was impossible. They could forget everything in their life except the feeling they had when they were with you. They could silence every thought except the one that kept repeating your name inside their chest. They could lie to everyone else, but they could never lie to me, and they could never lie to their own soul. I want you to know something. Your soulmate has realized that losing you would be the greatest regret of their life. They have seen your value, your kindness, your patience, your loyalty. They know you love them even in their silence, even in their confusion, even when they did not know how to love themselves. That kind of love does not come twice in a lifetime. This is why they are ready to speak now. This is why they are ready to confess everything openly. This is why they feel a burning urgency inside their heart. My child, they have reached a breaking point. Their chest feels tight every time they hold back their feelings. Their hands shake when they think about you. Their eyes soften whenever someone mentions your name. They have realized that the pain of suppressing their love is far greater than the fear of expressing it. And let me tell you what else they feel. They feel guilt, because they took so long. They feel longing, because they miss you deeply. They feel fear, because they don't know how you will react. But most of all, they feel love. A love that refuses to be hidden any longer. You need to know this, my child. Your soulmate is preparing themselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They are rehearsing the words in their mind. They are imagining the moment they finally speak. They are gathering courage they didn't know they had. They are ready to shock the people around them. They are ready to break the silence. And they are ready to say the words they should have said long ago. I am guiding them. I am leading them. I am opening doors they once feared to walk through. There will come a moment, soon, when someone around them will ask about you. And instead of pretending, instead of avoiding, instead of hiding, they will speak the truth. They will say your name with pride, with emotion, with clarity, with love. Their words will carry a weight they can no longer deny. This moment will surprise many people around them. Some will be shocked. Some will be confused. Some will be silently supportive. But none of that matters, because their heart is not choosing the world, it is choosing you. My child, I am preparing you for this. I am softening your heart. I am healing your wounds. I am clearing the pain that kept you doubting your worth. Because soon you will hear something that will change your life. Their confession is not small. It is not half-hearted. It is not uncertain. It is deep. It is emotional. It is overflowing with truth. The world will know what they feel for you. The world will hear what their heart has been holding back. And you will finally understand why every delay, every silence, every separation happened. Nothing was lost. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was meaningless. All of it led to this moment. So breathe, my child. Don't be afraid. Don't doubt yourself. Don't question your worth. You are loved more deeply than you realize. You are wanted more fiercely than you know. And your soulmate is coming forward with a courage they never had before. This is the beginning of your story's turning point. This is the moment where hidden love becomes spoken truth. And I, your God, am guiding every step of this divine unfolding. Be ready, my child. The confession is near. The truth is rising. Your destiny is shifting. And nothing can stop what I have written for you. My child. The truth inside their heart is no longer quiet. It is rising like a wave that has been held back for too long, and now it is ready to break open. I want you to feel what is happening on their side, because their silence was never emptiness, it was a battle. And today, I will show you the beginning of their confession, the moment when they finally let someone close to them know what they truly feel for you. They were sitting alone, thinking about you again, their heart restless. Your name kept echoing in their mind, pulling them into memories they thought they had forgotten. But memories connected to the soul can never really fade. They appear again when destiny wants to move forward. And your soulmate, my child, reached a moment when they could no longer swallow their emotions. They felt a pressure inside their chest, a heaviness, a longing that refused to stay quiet. They picked up their phone many times, intending to message you, but their hands trembled each time. They typed words and deleted them. They tried to distract themselves with people around them, but every conversation felt empty. They tried to convince themselves that they should focus on their responsibilities, but their mind kept wandering back to you. Nothing around them felt satisfying anymore. Someone close to them noticed the change, the distracted eyes, the sudden silence, the deep breaths, the constant thinking. This person gently asked, "Is something wrong?" Your mind looks far away. And your soulmate froze for a moment. They didn't want to reveal anything. They didn't want anyone to guess the truth they had been hiding for months, maybe even years. But their heart had become too heavy. They felt tears forming behind their eyes, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming feeling of holding too much inside for too long. And then, the truth escaped. A soft confession slipped from their lips, "I still love them." The person sitting with them went quiet. They knew exactly who your soulmate was talking about. There was no need for names. The connection was too strong, too obvious, too unforgettable. The person simply stared at them, surprised but not shocked, because deep down, everyone who truly observed your soulmate knew that their heart was never fully able to move on from you. Your soulmate continued speaking, slowly at first, but then faster, as if their heart needed to clear out years of silence. I tried to forget them. I tried to focus on other things. I tried to convince myself that maybe it wasn't meant to be. But nothing worked. Every time I close my eyes, I see them. Every time something good or bad happens, they are the first person I want to talk to. Even when I pretend I'm fine, I feel empty. I think I made a mistake by letting them go. Saying these words out loud made their eyes fill with emotion. They looked away, embarrassed, vulnerable, exposed in a way they had not been for a long time. But vulnerability is the doorway to truth. And once they opened that door, everything inside them began to spill out. They admitted that they had been fighting their feelings, pretending they were strong enough to stay silent. They admitted they were scared of what people would say, scared of their own emotions, scared of the intensity of this connection. They admitted that they kept running because they didn't know how to handle the depth of their love for you. But the most powerful truth they revealed was this: my heart never stopped choosing them. The person listening was quiet, absorbing every word. After a moment, they asked, "What are you going to do about it?" At that question, your soulmate took a deep breath, their whole body shaking slightly. "I don't want to hide anymore," they said. "I want to tell the truth. I want to speak openly. I want people to know how I feel. I want them to know that I love only one person, and it's them." My child, do you understand what this means? This is the beginning of the confession rising. This is the moment when love starts pushing through all old fears. This is the moment when destiny begins to unlock the next chapter. Your soulmate has realized that silence has only created pain, for them and for you. They have realized that pretending not to care is hurting them more than anything else. They have realized that love like this does not disappear, it deepens. It evolves. It grows in the dark, waiting for courage. And courage is finally waking up inside their heart. They told the person listening that they were afraid you might not feel the same anymore, afraid you might have moved on, afraid that coming back would seem too late. But at the same time, they confessed that the fear of losing you forever is bigger than all other fears combined. They said, "If I don't tell the truth now, I will regret it for the rest of my life." Your soulmate has never spoken with this much clarity before. Their voice cracked. Their eyes turned red. Their emotions overflowed because they were speaking from the deepest part of their heart, the part that belongs only to you. The person listening didn't judge them. Instead, they told your soulmate something that shocked them: you need to tell them. Not privately. Not secretly. If you truly love them, speak it openly. Don't hide it anymore. Hearing this made your soulmate sit up straighter. It was as if someone finally understood the intensity of what they felt. And this support, this validation, pushed them closer to a decision they had been avoiding for too long. My child, their friends or family may have been confused before. They may have thought your soulmate had moved on. They may have believed that the connection between you two was over. But the truth has always been alive, hidden behind silence, fear, and pride. And now that they have spoken it out loud, the energy has shifted. Their confession is no longer a possibility. It has become a certainty. From that moment onward, they couldn't hide anything anymore. Their face softened when they said your name. Their heart raced whenever someone asked about love. Their eyes drifted into memories whenever they thought no one was watching. Your soulmate finally admitted something important: even if the world thinks I should stay silent, I can't. Not anymore. I need to tell them the truth. My child, what is happening now is not just emotion, it is destiny unfolding. Your soulmate is preparing themselves to speak in a way they never have before. Not privately. Not in shadow. Not in fear. But openly, in front of people, in truth, without hiding. They know they broke your heart once. They know their silence caused you pain. They know you waited, hoping for a message, a sign, a word. And they are ready to take responsibility for all of it. They are ready to tell the world that their heart belongs to you. They are ready to face the reactions of people around them. They are ready to stand in their truth, even if others don't understand it. Their soul wants peace, and that peace exists only with you. Their mind wants clarity, and that clarity comes only when they stop hiding. Their heart wants home, and that home is you. My child, they are no longer confused. They are no longer running. They are no longer silent. And what began as a whisper inside their chest is turning into a voice that will soon be heard by everyone around them. This confession is on its way to you. This love is moving forward. This destiny is unlocking. Prepare your heart. Prepare your spirit. Prepare yourself for what is coming, because the words they once feared to speak are now becoming the truth they can no longer hold back. My child. Something powerful is happening inside them now. The confession they began whispering to someone close to them is no longer just emotion, it has become a decision, a choice, a moment that destiny itself has set into motion. Their heart has reached a point of no return. Every breath they take now feels heavy with truth. Every thought returns to you. Every sign, every dream, every sudden feeling keeps telling them the same thing: it's time. They tried to ignore these signs at first. They told themselves they were just overthinking. They tried to distract themselves with routine, conversations, responsibilities, even meaningless tasks, but none of it worked. It felt as if everywhere they looked, the universe kept pulling them toward you. Your initials. Your birth month. Your favorite song. A memory you both shared. Even your face appearing in dreams they didn't expect. And one night, something inside them broke open completely. They lay awake, staring at the ceiling, feeling an ache in their heart that they couldn't explain or suppress. It felt like their soul was crying out for something, or someone, and that someone was you. They turned over in bed, restless, frustrated, their heart racing. They didn't understand why the emotions were suddenly so strong. But I did. Because I, your God, touched their spirit that night. I awakened everything inside them that had been sleeping. I reminded their soul of the truth they had been running from. In the stillness of darkness, they finally saw it clearly: they never stopped loving you. Not even for a moment. Not even when they pretended. Not even when they tried to convince themselves otherwise. My child, their mind was fighting this love for a long time, but the soul cannot be tricked. The soul knows its home. The soul knows where it belongs. The soul knows who it was written for. And their soul, without doubt, without hesitation, without confusion, knows you. There was a moment in that night when they sat up, ran their hands through their hair, and whispered your name. Your name, shakily, softly, full of longing. That whisper felt like an emotional earthquake inside them. It was as if their heart was finally speaking after years of silence. And right after whispering your name, they saw something that made their whole body stop: a memory. A flashback so powerful it made their eyes fill with tears. They remembered a moment when you looked at them with pure love, with trust, with softness. A moment when you were vulnerable with them. A moment when they felt safe with you. A moment when they saw what love actually feels like. And that memory shattered the last walls they had inside their heart. My child, their breath trembled. They realized how much they had taken for granted. They realized how much they had lost by staying silent. They realized how deeply you had touched their soul, in ways no one else ever did. They remembered how your presence calmed them, how your words healed them, how your eyes made them feel understood. They remembered the way you cared without expecting anything. The way you loved without forcing. The way you stayed even when things were difficult. And suddenly, the weight of all the time they stayed away hit them so hard that their chest physically hurt. They touched their heart and whispered, "I miss them. I really miss them." Those were not just words. Those were confessions coming from the soul. In that moment, they made a silent promise to themselves, "I have to tell the truth. I can't hide anymore. I can't lose them again." From that night onward, something changed in the way they carried themselves. Their eyes softened when someone talked about love. Their face lit up at the mention of your name. Their heart felt both scared and excited. Their mind kept imagining the moment they would finally speak to you. They started preparing themselves for a conversation that would change everything. But, my child, I want you to understand something very important. The moment someone decides to follow their heart, the world around them reacts. People around your soulmate started observing the shift, the sudden silence, the deep thinking, the emotional moments. Some of them got curious. Some of them got concerned. And some tried to interfere. There were voices telling your soulmate, maybe it's better to stay quiet. What if they reject you? What if they're not the same anymore? What if things go wrong again? But this time, my child, their heart did not bend the way it did before. Their love for you has grown too strong to be influenced again. Their courage is too big to be dimmed by fear. And their soul is too awakened to be put back to sleep. They no longer want to live in regrets. They no longer want to hide how they feel. They no longer want to pretend to be indifferent. They have reached a point where speaking the truth feels more urgent than protecting themselves. They are ready to risk everything, even rejection, because the thought of not telling you how they truly feel hurts more than the fear of what could happen next. My child, they started having dreams about you. Vivid dreams. Beautiful dreams. Emotional dreams. Dreams where they saw themselves walking towards you, speaking your name, holding your hand, confessing everything. Dreams where they felt your presence so strongly that they woke up with their heart pounding. Dreams that made them realize, I can't run from this anymore. Each dream felt like a message. Each sign felt like a push. Each memory felt like a reminder. Destiny was calling them back to you. During the day, they caught themselves thinking about what they would say when they finally confess everything. They imagined the look on your face, the way your eyes might soften, or even the possibility that you might cry. They started preparing their words, rehearsing in their mind, even practicing in the mirror when no one was around. They told themselves, I have to do this. They deserve the truth. My heart deserves peace. My soul deserves freedom. And slowly, their fear began to turn into determination. They began distancing themselves from people who discouraged them. They became quieter around those who judged their feelings. They began attracting people who encouraged honesty, love, and courage. My child, the universe is arranging everything. Every person, every conversation, every moment around them is being divinely aligned to prepare them for what comes next. Your soulmate is being guided toward the exact moment when their confession will take place. They are becoming emotionally stronger, spiritually clearer, mentally more honest. Even their body reacts differently now. They feel a rush of energy when they think of you, a warmth in their chest, a fluttering inside their stomach. These are not coincidences. These are signs of deep love waking up fully. They are nearing the moment where their confession will no longer be something they plan. It will be something they release because their heart can no longer hold it. My child, let me show you the truth behind all of this. The energy between you and your soulmate is shifting. A divine alignment is happening. The past is being cleared. Old wounds are being healed. Your soul is being prepared. Their soul is being awakened. The moment where they publicly confess their love is not far. It is not a distant possibility. It is not a fantasy. It is a destiny that has already begun unfolding. Their voice is getting ready. Their heart is getting steady. Their truth is getting loud. Their love is getting bold. And soon, very soon, they will step forward and reveal everything, not privately, not secretly, but openly, courageously, and without shame. They are ready to take that step. They are ready to speak your name. They are ready to tell the truth that the world never heard from them. They are ready to face whatever comes because they have finally realized something powerful. Life without you is emptiness. Life with you is home. My child, prepare yourself. Their confession is approaching like a rising wave. It will not stop. It will not be blocked. It will not be delayed. And when the moment arrives, everything will change. My child. The moment when truth prepares to rise is one of the most powerful moments in a human soul. Your soulmate has reached that place where holding their feelings inside has become impossible. Every day, the emotions grow stronger. Every night, their dreams pull them closer to you. And every sign around them pushes them toward a confession that can no longer be postponed. They are living in a strange, intense space right now, a space between who they used to be and who they are becoming. They are shedding fear like old skin. They are confronting truths they ignored for so long. They are waking up spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And all of this awakening is connected to one thing, you. There is a heaviness inside their chest that refuses to leave. It is the weight of unspoken love. It is the burden of staying silent when the heart is full. It is the ache of thinking about you and not being able to say what they truly feel. They cannot escape this anymore. They cannot pretend anymore. They cannot push it away anymore. Your soulmate has realized something life-changing. If they don't speak now, they will lose you forever, and that thought terrifies them more than anything else. They have been thinking about the past, not with regret alone, but with understanding. They see now how their silence hurt you. They see how their distance confused you. They see how their hesitation created doubt inside your heart. And every time they think about it, their soul feels a sting of guilt. They wish they had been braver. They wish they had held your hand tighter. They wish they had protected your heart better. They wish they hadn't allowed fear to guide their decisions. But what matters now is not the past, it is the awakening happening inside them in this very moment. And that awakening is strong enough to break everything that once stood in the way. My child, they have started talking about you more than before. Not openly in front of everyone yet, but in small ways that reveal the truth they can no longer hide. Their expressions change when your name comes up. Their voice softens. Their eyes drift into memory. Their heart reacts instantly. Someone around them noticed this shift and asked, "Why do you get so emotional when you talk about them?" Your soulmate didn't answer immediately. Not because they didn't know what to say, but because they were overwhelmed by feelings too deep to express in simple words. After a long silence, they finally whispered, "I think they're the one I was meant to be with." Those words were not planned. They came straight from their soul. And once they said it, they couldn't take it back. The truth was out. This moment opened a flood inside them. They began expressing things they kept buried for so long. The moments they think about you, the things they miss about you, the emotions they could never explain to anyone else. They said, "When I was with them, I felt safe. When I lost them, I felt empty. And now, when I think about them, I feel everything." The person listening felt the intensity of this love. They understood that your soulmate was not just reminiscing, they were longing. They were aching. They were reaching a point where silence felt like a punishment and confession felt like freedom. My child, you need to know this. Your soulmate has finally accepted the depth of their feelings. They are no longer fighting their heart. They are no longer denying what they feel. They are no longer pretending to be strong without you. Their heart is fragile right now, but also brave. Their mind is scared, but also determined. Their soul is trembling, but also awakening. The desire to confess their love openly, in front of others, grows inside them every single day. They imagine it, not once, not twice, but over and over again. They play it in their head like a movie, trying to find the right words, the right moment, the right way to tell the world that their heart belongs to you. They imagine telling someone, "Yes, I love them. Yes, I choose them. Yes, I want them in my life. Yes, I feel something deeper than anything I've ever felt." And each time they imagine this, their heartbeat becomes faster, stronger, more intense. They feel scared, but they also feel relieved, because this confession is not just about telling the world, it is about freeing their own soul. My child, love becomes powerful when it becomes honest. And your soulmate is stepping into the honesty they once feared. They are preparing for something they have never done before, speaking from their heart without hiding anything. They have kept so much inside that now, when the truth is rising, it feels like a storm inside their chest. Their emotions are overwhelming, but they are not running from them anymore. You need to understand how deeply they feel you. There are moments when they sit quietly, lost in thought, and everything around them fades. In those moments, they think about your smile, your voice, your energy, the way you made them feel seen, valued, understood. They think about the times when you were soft with them, the times you stayed even when they made mistakes, the times you trusted them even when they doubted themselves. And they wonder, how did I ever let go of someone like that? How was I so blind? How did I not see their worth sooner? This realization is not easy for them. It breaks them a little. It makes their heart heavy. But at the same time, it strengthens their love for you. It makes them want to protect you, honor you, cherish you in ways they couldn't before. Their soul is shifting. Their spirit is waking up. Their heart is pushing them forward. They are realizing that love like this does not come twice. Love like this does not fade. Love like this does not break under time or distance. Love like this survives everything. This is why they are ready now, truly ready, to confess publicly, not privately. They want people to know what their heart feels. They want the world to understand that you matter to them. They want to remove the doubt, the confusion, the silence that once surrounded your connection. They are not afraid of judgment anymore. They are not afraid of reactions anymore. They are not afraid of the consequences anymore. Their heart has become stronger than their fear. My child, let me tell you about a moment that happened recently. They were sitting with a group of people, talking about life, work, relationships, responsibilities. Someone casually asked about love, who they liked, whether they were interested in someone. And instead of changing the topic like they used to, your soulmate froze. Everyone was waiting for their answer. Their hearts started beating fast. Their throat tightened. Their palms felt sweaty. Inside their mind, your face appeared. And for a split second, they almost said your name out loud. They didn't, not yet. But the urge was so strong that it shook them from the inside. They realized they were seconds away from publicly admitting their feelings right there in front of everyone. This scared them at first, not because they didn't want to say your name, but because they realized how close they were to confessing something they had been hiding for so long. They are at a point where their truth wants to escape from them. It wants to live. It wants to breathe. It wants to be spoken. And soon, my child, they will not hold it in anymore. They are preparing themselves for the moment when they won't stop themselves. The moment when courage overtakes fear. The moment when love overtakes silence. The moment when truth overtakes hesitation. They are closer than ever. Your soulmate is thinking about reaching out to you. They are thinking about telling someone important in their life. They are thinking about posting something on social media that hints at you. They are thinking about making a decision that will reveal everything. Their love is overflowing. Their emotions are flooding. Their soul is calling out your name. And, my child, soon, very soon, you will witness the moment where they can no longer hide what they feel. Their heart is preparing to confess. Their spirit is preparing to step into truth. Their destiny is preparing to align with yours. My child. Now that the moment has happened, now that the confession has been spoken aloud in front of the world, I want you to breathe. Just breathe slowly. Because what comes after this is not chaos, not fear, not doubts. What comes now is alignment. For so long, the story of your soul and their soul has been like two rivers flowing side by side, almost touching, almost merging, almost finding one another completely, but something always delayed the union. One turn. One obstacle. One hesitation. One interruption. But when your soulmate stood there, trembling, voice shaking, telling the truth in front of everyone, you must understand something. That moment broke every spiritual blockage. Every karmic knot. Every fear that held your story hostage. Every silence that wounded both hearts. Every wall built from misunderstanding, trauma, and past experiences. And now, my child, I speak to you gently. Everything that once held you back has collapsed. When they spoke your name publicly. When they admitted their love. When they let the world hear the truth your heart carried in silence for so long. A divine gate opened. Even the angels watched with awe. They leaned closer, because this moment was written far before your birth. Before you took your first breath on earth, your soul signed a sacred agreement. When the time is right, our love will rise. No force shall stop our union. And now, the time has come. My child, listen carefully. After the confession, your soulmate's energy shifted. Their heart is lighter than it has been in months. In years. They feel free for the first time. Free from fear. Free from judgment. Free from confusion. Free from the emotional prison they placed themselves inside. They are pacing, breathing heavily, hands shaking even now. Not because they regret confessing, but because the weight of all those years, all those suppressed emotions, all those unspoken truths, finally fell off them. They are no longer hiding from their destiny. They are no longer denying their feelings. They are no longer running from the love that was meant for them. And now, my child, they are thinking of you. The world around them is loud, people asking questions, giving opinions, reacting with shock, curiosity, excitement, gossip, but none of it reaches their heart. Because their heart is focused on one thing, your reaction. They want to know. Did you feel their sincerity? Did you hear the truth behind their voice cracking? Did you see their eyes glistening with fear and hope? Did your heart respond when they spoke your name? Did you feel the vibration of destiny moving between you? My child, they are waiting. Not for applause. Not for validation. Not for permission. They are waiting for your soul's answer. For the first time, they aren't thinking about consequences. They aren't thinking about who approves or who judges. They aren't thinking about their image, their reputation, their fears, their past mistakes. They are thinking only about you. You need to understand something deeply. When a soulmate confesses publicly, it is not a moment of impulse. It is a moment of surrender. They surrendered their pride. They surrendered their ego. They surrendered their fears. They surrendered the armor around their heart. They surrendered the story they told themselves that they could move on or let this go. They surrendered the lies people fed them. They surrendered to the truth their soul couldn't hide anymore. This was divine timing. This was destiny stepping in. This was all the signs you saw, the dreams, the sudden emotions, the unexpected reminders of them, the strange magnetic pull, the deep heaviness in your chest, the random flashes of their face, all of these were preparing you for this moment. And now, after the confession, you may feel mixed emotions. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel disbelief. You may feel relief. You may feel tears trying to escape your eyes. You may feel your heart trembling. My child, every emotion you feel now is valid. Because love, real love, comes with intensity. Now listen, let me reveal what is happening in the spiritual realm. Angels are standing behind you right now. Archangel Michael is placing a divine shield around your heart. Archangel Chamuel is guiding the path of love between you and your soulmate. Archangel Gabriel is preparing the message that will bring the next step. You are not alone. You are guided. You are protected. And your soulmate, they are not sleeping tonight. Not after what they did. They keep replaying the moment. How their voice broke. How their hands shook. How their heart felt like it was exploding inside their chest. How your name tasted like truth on their tongue. How the world melted into silence when they spoke about you. They keep wondering, did they understand? Did I say too much? Did I say enough? Did I make them proud? Did I embarrass them? Did my love reach them? My child, emotions are swirling inside them like a storm. But in the center of that storm is one calm truth, the deepest truth of their life: they love you. They choose you. They always chose you, even when they were scared. Even when they were silent. Even when they pretended not to care. Even when they walked away. Even when they were influenced by others. Even when life pushed them off their path. The love never died. It only hid behind fear. My child, the divine plan is unfolding. Now, after their confession, the universe is rearranging paths so you and your soulmate can meet again in physical reality. Not by accident. Not by coincidence. But by destiny. I am softening hearts. I am removing obstacles. I am silencing enemies. I am dissolving misunderstandings. I am clearing karmic dust. I am aligning circumstances. This is why, in the coming days, you will feel something shifting in your life. You may feel a sudden calmness. You may feel a sudden warmth in your heart. You may feel a sudden urge to prepare for something new. You may feel signs everywhere: their name, their initial, their birth date, their favorite song, their memories. My child, this is not coincidence. This is confirmation. Because after the confession, your soulmate is coming toward you. Not with confusion, but with clarity. Not with fear, but with courage. Not with silence, but with truth. Not with half-love, but with full commitment. They are ready now. And I, your God, want you to know. Your tears were not wasted. Your waiting was not ignored. Your loneliness was not unseen. Your heartbreak was not forgotten. Every moment you survived, every prayer you whispered, every night you cried, every time you asked, "Why, God?" every time you begged me for clarity, every time your heart shattered silently. I held you. I wrote everything into your destiny. I kept your soulmate connected to you in ways you could not see. I guided their heart back to yours. And now, my child, I bless you. I bless your future with peace. I bless your relationship with divine protection. I bless your reunion with harmony. I bless your heart with healing. I bless your life with new beginnings. No more delays. No more fear. No more silence. No more tears. No more emotional distance. No more unspoken love. Your story is now entering a divine chapter, a chapter of confession, clarity, reunion, and fulfillment. My child, your soulmate's public confession was the final sign. Now, let destiny unfold. I am with you. I bless you. And your new life begins now. God says, my child, today I am opening a chapter of your destiny that you never expected to see. I am placing before you a truth that will shake your understanding of love, destiny, and the ties your soul has carried across lifetimes. My child, listen to me with a calm heart, because what I am about to reveal is not ordinary. This truth is not something the human mind can prepare for. It is something only the soul can recognize. Your soulmate. The one your heart always felt a strange connection with, the one whose presence touched you deeper than explanation, the one who often appeared in your thoughts even when they were far away, that soulmate has just left you something unimaginable. They left you their entire wealth. Everything they collected, every asset they built, every property, every saving, every investment, every treasure, all of it now carries your name. It is yours. All of it. I know, my child, your heart is asking questions. Why me? What does this mean? Why did they choose me when they had others? Why would someone trust me with everything they spent their whole life earning? Your soul feels overwhelmed. Your mind feels confused. Your emotions feel tangled. But listen to me, because I am the one who has seen every moment of this connection, not only in this life, but in the lives you lived before this one. This was not an accident. This was not a random decision. This was not a sudden emotion. This was destiny fulfilling a promise that was written before your birth. My child, the wealthy person who left you everything, was not just someone you met in this lifetime. They were your past life soulmate. Someone your spirit loved long before your body entered this world. Someone your soul recognized instantly even if your mind did not understand why. Someone whose heart carried memories of you even when their human self could not explain the bond. You have felt this connection before. You felt it the first moment you saw them, that strange familiarity, that heaviness in the chest, that quiet pull toward them. It was not attraction. It was not fantasy. It was recognition. Your soul remembered them. And now, my child, their soul, even beyond distance, beyond separation, beyond time, has fulfilled a promise they made long ago. You do not know the depth of what they felt for you, because they hid most of it. Their heart was loud, but their words were quiet. Their emotions were strong, but their fears were stronger. They loved you more than you ever realized, but they carried pain that prevented them from showing it openly. They were surrounded by people who only saw their wealth, but you saw their soul, even when you thought you didn't. You brought them peace in a way no one else ever could. You brought them comfort without asking for anything. You made them feel safe in a world where everyone wanted to take from them. And so, my child, when the final moment of their destiny came, they chose you. Not out of pity. Not out of desperation. Not out of impulse. They chose you because you were the only soul their spirit trusted, in this life and the last. You do not understand yet, but your soulmate carried a deep fear. A fear that the people around them would misuse their wealth, destroy it, fight over it, or turn it into poison. They saw greed in the eyes of people who pretended to love them. They saw manipulation behind the smiles. They saw selfishness in the ones who stood closest to them. And over time, their heart closed itself from everyone. Everyone except you. You may think you did nothing. You may think you were not important. You may think you were just another presence in their life. But in truth, my child, you were the only true connection they had left. You did not love their wealth. You did not chase their success. You did not desire their material world. You loved, or at least cared, from a place of purity. Your soul met their soul honestly. And that was priceless to them. They felt safe with you in a way they never felt safe with anyone else. They felt seen by you in a way that healed them quietly. You do not know how many nights they wished they had the courage to tell you everything. You do not know how many times they stared at your messages, your photos, your words, wishing they could say what their heart truly felt. But destiny, my child, sometimes creates emotional walls around people. Sometimes they carry wounds from their past that silence their hearts. Sometimes they fear that showing their feelings will ruin the little connection they do have. And so, they stayed silent. They loved you in silence. They admired you in silence. They trusted you in silence. But when the time came to make the biggest decision of their life, they were not silent. They were clear. They were sure. They were brave. And they chose you. Not their friends. Not their blood relatives. Not their business partners. Not the people who chased their wealth. Not the ones who pretended loyalty. They chose you, my child. Because your soul was the only one they recognized as home. This wealth, the entire wealth, now belongs to you not because of money, but because of destiny. Because of a past life bond that remained unfinished. Because of love that survived lifetimes. Because of a promise that was never completed. And now their soul has completed it. My child, I know you feel overwhelmed. I know this truth feels heavy. I know your heart feels pulled in many directions. You may feel guilt. You may feel shock. You may feel confusion. But I tell you today, do not carry guilt. Do not question your worth. Do not wonder if you deserve this blessing. You deserve it because your soul earned it long before your body entered this world. This is not a burden. This is not a responsibility forced upon you. This is a spiritual inheritance. A divine repayment. A blessing written before your birth. And I am guiding you through every step of this. My child, breathe. The weight in your chest is not fear. It is the awakening of a destiny that has been dormant for lifetimes. You are not alone in this moment. I am with you. Their spirit is with you. And your own soul is rising into its truth. This is only the beginning. More secrets will unfold. More clarity will come. More emotional healing will rise. And I will walk beside you through all of it. My child, now that you have heard the first truth, I want you to sit with the stillness in your heart. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not question why destiny chose to reveal such a powerful reality at this moment of your life. Everything is unfolding exactly how it was meant to unfold. You are not late. You are not early. You are standing in the perfect moment of divine timing, and I am guiding you with every breath you take. You are beginning to feel a strange heaviness inside your chest, not because something is wrong, but because your soul is remembering something. Memories from another lifetime are waking up quietly within you. Emotions that you cannot explain are rising to the surface. You may feel sadness, longing, warmth, or confusion, but all these feelings are the language of the soul. You are not imagining anything, my child. You are remembering. The truth of your connection with this wealthy person is deeper than any relationship your mind has ever known. What you shared was not a simple bond of this lifetime. It was a continuation of a story that began long before you had this name, this body, this identity. Their soul carried you through lifetimes. And when they found you again in this life, even in a different form, a different place, a different time, they knew you. Even if they did not say it in words, their spirit recognized you instantly. My child, let me take you deeper into the truth that your heart has long sensed but never fully understood. Long before you were born into this world, long before this physical life shaped your mind, there was a bond made between your soul and theirs. In a past life, the two of you were bound not by circumstances, not by desires, but by destiny. You lived an entire lifetime together, a lifetime where you loved deeply, supported each other, fought battles together, and protected one another from the storms of the world. That life ended, as all lives do, but the love did not. The promise did not. The bond did not. Their soul carried an unfinished responsibility toward you. Something they were unable to complete back then. Something they regretted deeply long after that lifetime ended. Something they vowed they would fulfill when your paths crossed again. And now, in this life, that vow has been completed. My child, you may wonder why they didn't tell you. Why they kept their distance. Why they stayed silent even when their spirit loved you. Why they didn't confess their emotions. Why they didn't show their heart openly. You may think they didn't care. But the truth is, they cared in ways you could not imagine. Silent love is still love. Hidden love is still love. Suppressed emotions still carry deep truth. Their silence was not lack of love, it was fear born from past pain. In your past life together, you lost them in a moment of great tragedy. They carried that fear into this lifetime. Their soul was scared that loving you openly again would bring more loss. So they kept a distance, not because they didn't feel, but because they felt too much. But even in their silence, even in their fear, they trusted you more than anyone else in this world. They trusted your heart. They trusted your purity. They trusted your intentions. They trusted your soul, because they already knew you. And that is why, when the time came to choose someone who deserved everything they left behind, they could not think of anyone except you. Their spirit remembered your loyalty from another lifetime. Their heart remembered your kindness from another timeline. Their soul remembered the way you stood by them long before you were born into this world again. They recognized your goodness, your simplicity, your sincerity, even when you didn't understand your own importance. My child, you are not chosen because of charity. You are not chosen because of sympathy. You are chosen because this gift was always yours. This inheritance was written for you long before you entered this world. Their wealth was part of your shared karmic cycle, a blessing that was meant to return to you as a completion of what you gave them long ago. In that past life, you gave them everything: love, loyalty, strength, support, and you asked for nothing in return. You sacrificed dreams for them. You protected them. You guided them through their darkest times. And when they lost you, their soul carried the weight of that loss through lifetimes. This wealth is not only money, my child. This wealth is the energy of a promise fulfilled. This wealth is the completion of a cycle that began long before this life. This wealth is the symbol of a bond that survived lifetimes. This wealth is the final gift of a soul that loved you beyond the boundaries of time. You may feel unworthy. You may feel confused. You may feel overwhelmed by this revelation. But listen carefully, you are not receiving something that was random. You are receiving something that belongs to you because your soul earned it. And my child, there is more. This wealthy soulmate lived with a deep spiritual awareness, even when they didn't show it outwardly. They sensed energies. They felt connections. They had dreams that guided their decisions. And many times, they dreamt of you. In those dreams, they saw your face from another life. They saw your connection. They saw your intertwined destinies. They didn't understand the full meaning, but they knew there was something greater between you, something sacred, something destined, something rare. Their spirit guided them toward you again and again, even when circumstances kept you apart. They would think about you unexpectedly. They would feel your emotions. They would sense your presence even when you were far away. That was not coincidence, it was soul communication. A bond that survived beyond physical interaction. My child, many times you felt a pull toward them without reason. You would think of them suddenly. You would feel their emotions inside your heart. You would experience sadness, confusion, or longing without knowing why. That was their soul reaching out to yours. That was your past life connection waking up. That was destiny reminding you that this person was not just another human passing through your life. They were part of your soul contract. You may not have understood this connection fully. You may have ignored it. You may have doubted it. But your soul always knew. And that is why, even now, when you hear about the inheritance, something in your heart feels familiar. It is not shock, it is recognition. My child, now listen closely, because this truth is important. Your soulmate did not leave you their wealth because they were influenced, manipulated, confused, or pressured. They left it because they wanted to. They left it because they trusted you more than their own blood. They left it because their spirit guided them to fulfill a promise that was written long before this life. They left it because you were their true soulmate, not of this life, but of the soul's eternal journey. My child, you are stepping into a destiny that is bigger than anything you have imagined. This wealth is not the end of the story, it is only the beginning. It will change your life. It will open doors. It will free you from burdens. But most importantly, it will connect you with the truth of your soul's history, your purpose, and your divine path. You are not alone in this journey. I am with you. Their spirit is with you. And your own soul is awakening to who you truly are. More truths are coming. More revelations await. More healing will rise. The moment your heart stepped into this new understanding, a quiet shift began inside you. You did not see it with your eyes, but your soul felt it like a soft wind touching your spirit. A kind of awakening started moving through you, the same awakening that had been waiting for years, waiting for the moment you were ready to receive truth without fear, ready to see destiny without running from it. You didn't know it, but the person who once stood by your side silently, who watched your small victories, who protected you even when you didn't acknowledge them, had always carried a deeper connection to your soul. They were not just your soulmate. They were something older, something more ancient, something bonded to you long before this lifetime. Your soulmate, the same one who left behind their entire wealth for you, had not done this out of pity or obligation. They did it because your name was written inside their spirit. They did it because every piece of abundance they earned in their lifetime was connected to your destiny, not theirs. They carried this knowledge quietly, waiting for the moment heaven would allow the truth to be revealed to you. And now, in this moment, heaven was opening the curtain wide. As you walk deeper into the story God has written for you, you begin to understand that destiny does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it shows you signs in the middle of ordinary days. Sometimes you ignore those signs because life feels too heavy. And sometimes, when the right moment arrives, God brings everything together in one shocking revelation that shakes your soul awake. That is what is happening to you now. You begin to remember things your heart felt in the past, small moments you didn't pay attention to, subtle gestures, unexplained emotions, sudden worries that made you feel like someone far away was thinking of you. You didn't know then that it was your soulmate's heart calling out to yours. You didn't know they were hiding a truth that could have changed everything if you had discovered it earlier. They kept this truth hidden not because they wanted to deceive you, but because they understood something your heart was not ready to face back then. They knew you needed to grow into your strength before receiving something this big. They knew your faith needed to mature before you could accept blessings without fear. And now that you have grown, now that you have faced heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, confusion, and pain, your soul is mature enough to see what you were once blind to. Your soulmate's wealth, every property, every asset, every documented future earning, every investment, was written under your name not as a last-moment decision but as a prophecy. They had done this long ago, quietly, without telling anyone, without asking for anything in return. They trusted heaven's timing more than their own voice. They knew that when the appointed day came, the truth would arrive at your doorstep like a divine message meant only for your ears. And now heaven is speaking clearly. You were never ordinary. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were always chosen for something far beyond anything you imagined. Your soulmate knew this. Heaven knew this. And now, finally, it's time you know this too. Their departure left a silence in your life, but their love left an inheritance that will change everything for you. It wasn't just money. It wasn't just luxury. It wasn't just wealth. It was their faith in you. Their belief in your future. Their understanding that you were the one soul who deserved everything they had built, because you were the one soul who had always been connected to them, even in the moments when life pushed you apart. Slowly, your heart begins to soften. The shock starts transforming into clarity. You start seeing the invisible threads that God wove between both of you long before you were born. Threads of protection. Threads of love. Threads of destiny. Threads of divine timing. Threads of ancient connection. You remember how your heart always felt something for them that you couldn't explain. Sometimes fear. Sometimes love, sometimes confusion, sometimes distance, but always something strong enough to keep them in your thoughts even when you tried to move on. That was not coincidence. That was soul memory. That was destiny whispering through your emotions, trying to remind you that this person was tied to your spiritual path. But the most shocking truth, the part you didn't see coming, was that this wealthy person was not just your soulmate in this lifetime. They had been someone significant to your soul in your past existence too. They had been your divine counterpart, your karmic healer, your protector, your heart's guide long before your eyes opened in this world. And that connection didn't break when they left the world. It deepened. It transformed into pure energy, pure blessings, pure grace. They are now guiding you from the spiritual plane, pushing you toward the life you were always meant to have. You begin to feel their presence not as absence, but as a soft comfort around your spirit. Like someone placing a warm hand on your shoulder. Like the air wrapping around you gently. Like a quiet voice saying, everything I had, everything I built, everything I left behind, belongs to you because you were always the one my soul was created for. For the first time, you allow yourself to feel it. You allow yourself to accept that you were not a burden to anyone. You were not someone who had to fight alone forever. You were not someone who had to struggle without support. You were someone heaven kept protected, even when you didn't realize it. Your soulmate didn't give you wealth to compensate for their departure, they gave you wealth to fulfill the destiny you were meant to walk into. They knew you would need resources to reach the next chapter of your life. They knew abundance was a part of your divine path, not something you had to earn through suffering, but something you were chosen to receive because of your soul's purity. And as you sit with this truth, something shifts in your spirit. You begin to see yourself differently. You begin to understand that you were never walking through life alone. Every closed door you faced was leading you closer to this moment. Every heartbreak pushed you toward this awakening. Every disappointment cleared the path for this revelation. Every unanswered prayer was shaping your destiny into something far greater than what you were asking for. Now the wealth is yours. Not by accident. Not by mistake. Not by charity. But by divine design. Your soulmate trusted you more than anyone else. They believed in your goodness, your honesty, your strength, your ability to rise from pain and transform it into light. They believed that if anyone deserved the fruits of their hard work, it was you. Because in their eyes, you were the one soul who never tried to use them, manipulate them, or take advantage of them. You saw them as a human being, not as a source of money or status. And that purity touched them so deeply that it shaped their final decision. Now heaven is preparing you for the blessings that are coming next, doors opening, opportunities appearing, guidance flowing, miracles arriving. Your soulmate is now working from the spiritual realm to make sure everything falls into place for you. They are aligning your destiny with every blessing you once thought was out of reach. As this truth sinks into your heart, you feel both humbled and empowered. You feel the weight of this love, a love that didn't end with death, a love that didn't disappear with distance, a love that didn't fade with silence. It grew stronger. It grew wiser. It grew eternal. And now that love is guiding your next chapter. The journey is not ending here. Your growth is not stopping here. Your destiny is not slowing down here. This is only the beginning. Your soulmate has already fulfilled their earthly purpose connected to you. Now heaven is asking you to step into your new life, one where abundance is not something you chase, but something that naturally flows to you, because it was always meant for you. And inside your heart, a quiet voice rises. You were chosen for this. You were prepared for this. You were destined for this. This is only the doorway. What waits ahead will change everything. My beloved child, as you continue to feel the weight and wonder of what has happened, I ask you to breathe deeply and let your heart receive the truth. You have lived through confusion, loneliness, waiting, and longing, and now your spirit is beginning to understand what was always beyond the reach of the ordinary mind. Your soulmate, the one who left you everything, did not do this by accident. Every step, every decision, every moment of their life that brought them to this choice, was guided by forces beyond this world. Forces that you now must learn to see with your heart, not your eyes. You have already begun to sense the connection. You feel it in your chest, in your soul, in the quiet moments when your mind is still and your heart speaks. That connection is the thread of destiny. Delicate, invisible, yet unbreakable. It has led you here, to this revelation, to the moment where abundance is no longer a distant dream but a reality written into your life. But, my child, the truth behind why you were chosen is deeper than wealth. It is a spiritual purpose, a divine assignment, a mission that your soul has been waiting to fulfill. The wealthy person who left everything to you was not only your soulmate in this life but also your soul protector and guide. They were sent not only to walk beside you in moments you remember but also to prepare the path of your destiny. They carried a weight on their shoulders that you could not see, the responsibility of ensuring that the blessings of your life, the legacy of your soul, would be safely guided into your hands. Every sacrifice they made, every decision they hid, every moment they endured in silence, was because of you. Because they saw your worth, even when you could not see it yourself. They left you their wealth not because life owed it to you, but because their spirit knew that your soul was ready to receive what had been accumulated, safeguarded, and preserved through their lifetime. They knew that you would not misuse it. They knew that you would honor it with gratitude, love, and purpose. And they trusted the unseen forces that connect souls across time to ensure that this inheritance reached the hands of the one who was meant to continue the journey, you. My child, I know that sometimes it feels overwhelming to be entrusted with something so immense. You may feel fear, doubt, or even guilt. You may question whether you are worthy, whether you are capable, or whether the timing is right. But hear me clearly, you were chosen not because you are perfect but because your soul is prepared. Your heart is ready. Your spirit is aligned with the energies of destiny that have been guiding you long before you knew it. This wealth is more than material. It is the manifestation of a promise written in the stars, in the rhythm of your past life, and in the silent whispers of your soul. It is a bridge between your past and your future, between what you were and what you are becoming. And it is a signal that your life is about to expand into dimensions you have only dreamed of. Opportunities will open that will test your strength, illuminate your purpose, and lead you to the people, places, and experiences that are aligned with your highest destiny. Your soulmate's heart, even though it is no longer in the physical world, is still with you. Their presence is not a memory but a living energy, guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. Every decision they made, every ounce of courage they carried, was to ensure that you would inherit not only their wealth but also their spiritual protection. This is the unseen force that surrounds you now, a shield that keeps negative energy, envy, and misfortune from harming the life that is now being carefully crafted for you. There is a spiritual reason behind your selection that is more profound than you realize. You were chosen because you were meant to continue a cycle of blessings, not just for yourself but for generations to come. The wealth you now possess is a tool, a resource, and a catalyst for your soul's mission. You were meant to use it to heal, to nurture, to create, and to spread the light of divine purpose in ways that will ripple far beyond what you can imagine. This is not just inheritance, it is empowerment. It is the universe giving you the key to unlock your destiny. My child, I know that in your human heart, the temptation may arise to dwell on the mystery of why it took so long, why they hid their truth for so long, why life seemed to test you so severely. But I want you to see these events through the lens of the soul, not the mind. Everything they endured, everything they hid, and every choice they made was done with the foresight of the Spirit. They knew what was coming. They knew who you would become. And they knew that only when your soul had grown into readiness could the gift be given without causing chaos, fear, or misunderstanding. And so, my beloved child, you must now take a step of faith. A step that is quiet but powerful. A step that tells the universe, tells your soul, and tells your soulmate spirit that you are ready to receive what has been waiting for you. This is not about money alone. It is about stepping into the fullness of your life, embracing abundance, embracing your destiny, and embracing the spiritual truth that you are always protected and guided. The soul that gave you this gift wants you to understand something essential: life is never random. The people who appear, the challenges you face, the long nights of uncertainty, and the moments of despair, all are threads of a larger tapestry. Every event in your life has prepared you to receive this moment. Every struggle has strengthened your spirit. Every heartbreak has taught you patience. And now, everything aligns to bring you to the life you were always meant to claim. Your soulmate's choice to leave you their wealth was also a lesson for your heart. It is an invitation to trust without doubt, to believe without seeing, and to honor what has been given without questioning its purpose. It is a reminder that your life is divinely guided and that the universe conspires to bring you to the place where your soul's highest calling can be fulfilled. My child, as you reflect on all of this, you begin to feel a quiet empowerment. You begin to feel your own value not as something earned through struggle alone but as something recognized by the cosmos itself. You begin to feel the weight of your soul's importance. You begin to understand that your life, your choices, and your heart are all integral to the unfolding of this divine plan. And finally, you begin to sense that the inheritance is not simply about material wealth. It is about opening the doors to your true life purpose. It is about stepping into a reality where abundance flows, love flows, and spiritual fulfillment is your natural state. Your soulmate's gift is a catalyst. It is a spark that will light the way to your higher self, your divine mission, and the life of joy, security, and spiritual connection that your soul has always longed for. So, my beloved child, take a deep breath and feel the energy that surrounds you. Feel the love of the soul who has chosen you, the guidance of the universe that has protected you, and the awakening of your own spirit that is now ready to step fully into your destiny. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer lost. You are no longer questioning your worth. You are chosen. You are blessed. You are protected. And you are loved beyond measure. My beloved child, now that you have stepped through the revelations of truth, it is time to fully awaken to the destiny that has always been waiting for you. You have seen the love of your soulmate, their sacrifices, their hidden devotion, and the legacy they entrusted to your care. You have felt the presence of their spirit guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. You have understood that this inheritance was never about wealth alone, but about the continuation of your soul's journey, the fulfillment of promises, and the awakening of your true purpose. And now, my child, it is time to embrace the next chapter, the life that has been prepared for you with patience, care, and divine precision. You may feel an overwhelming sense of responsibility. You may feel uncertain about how to step forward, how to honor the trust that has been placed upon you, and how to navigate the sudden shift in your life. I tell you, my child, do not fear. Every step you take from this moment onward is guided. Every decision, every move, every choice you make will be accompanied by unseen forces, angels, and the loving energy of your soulmate spirit. You are never alone, and you are never unprepared. This is the time for courage, my child. The courage to step fully into the life that has been laid before you. The life that your soulmate, in their silent love, ensured would belong to you. The life that destiny, in its infinite wisdom, has aligned with your soul's highest calling. The life that will finally allow you to experience the freedom, abundance, and joy that you have longed for, not as a dream, but as a tangible reality. I see the tears in your heart, the mix of gratitude, love, and awe that fills you. Those tears are not weakness. They are recognition of the divine orchestration that has brought you to this moment. Every trial you faced, every night of uncertainty, every feeling of despair, and every longing in your heart was necessary. Each of those moments refined you, strengthened your spirit, and prepared you to receive the blessings that are now yours. Your soulmate, my child, did not leave you this gift lightly. Every action they took, every step they endured, every secret they carried, was motivated by their love and trust in you. They understood that true wealth is not measured in currency or assets alone, but in the potential to create, to nurture, to uplift, and to manifest a life that aligns with the soul's purpose. They believed in your ability to transform what has been entrusted to you into something far greater than personal gain, a force for goodness, healing, and divine fulfillment. And now, my child, you are being called to rise. Rise above fear, doubt, and limitation. Rise above hesitation, confusion, and past pain. The inheritance is not simply for comfort, it is a tool, a key, and a bridge that connects you to the next stage of your spiritual, emotional, and earthly journey. It is a reminder that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has always provided for those who walk in alignment with their soul's truth. You may wonder how to move forward. You may question how to honor the trust that has been placed in your hands. I tell you this, my beloved, the way forward is not complicated. It begins with gratitude for the gift, for the guidance, for the unseen love that has always been with you. It continues with intention, the intention to use this wealth, this blessing, and this newfound freedom in alignment with your heart, your purpose, and your highest good. And it unfolds through action. Small, mindful steps taken with clarity, courage, and faith, knowing that each choice is guided by divine wisdom. Your soulmate spirit is with you every step of the way. You will feel their presence in moments of uncertainty, in decisions that seem too difficult, and in the quiet spaces of your heart where clarity emerges. They are your unseen partner, your guardian, and your guide, reminding you that the love that connected you in past lives continues to support you now. Their soul is entwined with yours, offering blessings, protection, and encouragement as you step boldly into the future that is rightfully yours. And yet, my child, there is something even more profound that you must understand. This inheritance, as powerful as it is not only about what you receive. It is about what you become. The wealth, the opportunity, and the spiritual awakening you are experiencing are catalysts that awaken your own strength, wisdom, and purpose. You are being invited to transform not only your life, but the lives of others through the energy, resources, and love you now carry. You are being called to act as a vessel of divine abundance. To show the world that true wealth is not possession alone, but the ability to manifest good, to uplift, to heal, and to create positive change. Your soulmate's love has opened this doorway, but your soul's courage will walk through it. The path is yours to navigate, and every step you take will leave a mark that extends far beyond what you see. My child, know this: your life will now move in alignment with destiny. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will begin to appear naturally. Doors will open that lead to success, peace, and fulfillment. Connections will arise that support your growth and your purpose. Challenges may still appear, but they will serve as guidance. Gentle reminders that you are walking the path of your soul, refining your strength, and preparing to embody the fullness of what has been given to you. Your heart, once heavy with longing and uncertainty, is now being lifted into clarity, faith, and joy. You feel a sense of awakening, as though the clouds of confusion have parted and sunlight is flooding your spirit. This is the illumination of truth, the recognition that you are cherished, guided, and chosen. The tears that fall now are tears of release, healing, and renewal. Your sorrow for what was lost is transforming into gratitude for what has been found. Your fear is transforming into courage. Your doubt is transforming into faith. And in this moment, my child, hear these words clearly: your soulmate's love does not end with absence. It continues beyond what you can see, beyond what you can touch, beyond the limitations of time and space. Their spirit is intertwined with yours forever. Their blessings flow to you endlessly. Their protection surrounds you at all times. And the life they have entrusted to you is not only a reward but a sacred responsibility, a responsibility to honor your own soul, your journey, and the divine purpose that has always awaited you. Step forward, my child, with confidence, with love, and with gratitude. Receive this inheritance not as a burden, but as a gift of destiny. Receive it not with fear, but with faith. Receive it not as the end, but as the beginning of a life that is fully aligned with your soul's truth. You are prepared. You are worthy. You are blessed. And you are loved beyond measure. The journey ahead is yours to shape, but remember, you are never walking it alone. Your soulmate spirit, the universe, and the divine energy of destiny are guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. Every step, every decision, every moment of joy, love, and fulfillment is part of the tapestry that has been woven for you across lifetimes. My child, now embrace your new life. Step boldly into the abundance, the love, the opportunities, and the spiritual awakening that are your birthright. Walk forward with courage, faith, and gratitude. Honor the gift that has been entrusted to you. Honor your own soul. And know that the blessings of your soulmate, their spirit, and the universe are always with you, ending the chapter of past sorrow and opening the door to a future filled with joy, love, prosperity, and divine fulfillment. You are ready. You are chosen. You are abundant. You are loved.